The Bears lost a shootout in their first matchup against the Vikings. Can Minnesota do it again? Find out next on Madden NFL 22.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Lynch. Lynch busting free. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. So an early challenge, and you know that those coaches hate to use those red flags too early, but this one turns out to be successful. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Maybe you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A big gain there on 3rd and long. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, it's Coach.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 96 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A big gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one better week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number. That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Lawrence. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Lawrence. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. Touchdown Bears! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Extra point up and through. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Bears 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's Coates.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On the handoff, Ledge. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in. Complete.
This is too easy right here.
Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. A drive there, just 4 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. He's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. Catch made here by Campbell. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Lawrence to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. That will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. And that's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety roaming into position, almost had it, but it's second down. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That catch good for only a couple. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to out here. They've got his man complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up! Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 26. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And he will find his man on the outside. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And his kick here is good. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 66 yards. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bears now ready to take over again. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. Touchdown Bears. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And got his man complete. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
He's going to go up top again. And incomplete on the deep ball. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talk about retirement the last 6-7 years of their career. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. He finds his man complete. That's Mullins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now Lawrence to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Second down at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Going for the deep ball. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. We'll check on his status when we get back. Over the middle, complete. That's Drake. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 155 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now a play fake here on first down. This one complete to Coates. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. 2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? And they will take a knee here. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Running for it. Here's Lynch. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And